So, yeah, just gonna do this. Yeah. Hello programs, it's me, Will. I thought it would be fun to rank these Double Dragon games that I've played. There's about 22 or 23 of them. So right off the bat, we have a few different levels here. We've got the worst of the worst, the trash level, which is the Bimmy level. And then we got that, and there's a couple of redeeming qualities to these games, the Meh level. Next up, we got Warrior, which are the, decent games. And then we have a Bobo level, which is terrific games. And then we have Supreme Master, which is the creme de la creme. So, yeah, just gonna do this. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, that looks pretty good. The Double Dragon 5 games are notoriously bad. They're tournament fighters trying to cash in off of the craze of Street Fighter 2. It just did not work. The controls are janky, and I don't mind the graphics because it's based off the cartoon show, which I really loved. But yeah, they're not good games, so I'm just gonna put them right there on the Bimmy level. Double Dragon 3 arcades got a lot of problems. It's basically trying to kind of spin off of Gauntlet, where you can kind of feed extra quarters to gain health, while Double Dragon 3, you want anything from weapons to new characters to extra lives, yeah, just plunk in some more quarters. So that, and then the hit detection is not good. It's kind of garbage. It doesn't follow the same Techno's tradition of good solid gameplay. So that's just, yeah, Double Dragon 3's got a lot of problems in the arcade, so it's trash. It's in the Bimmy level. Speaking of which, here we are. Double Dragon 3, the arcade game on the Game Boy. Good God. This is probably one of the absolute worst Double Dragon games of all time. The hit detection is just totally not in your favor. It's in your opponent's favor. Trying to land any successive blows in this game or kill off any enemies is a real pain in the ass. And it is not a good game. It is a terrible game. I'll go on record saying it's probably the worst Double Dragon game ever made. Even worse than the arcade game of number 3. It's that bad. Alright, moving along into the meh category, and it pains me. Oh god, it pains me to put these two here, but yep, Double Dragon 1 and 2 arcade. Now I know a lot of you will say blasphemy, and really for me, it's the slowdown. My god, the slowdown in these games is almost unbearable. You get your player character and maybe one enemy and a couple of weapons, and it's slow down city, and it does not stop. So yeah, gotta put, unfortunately, both Double Dragon 1 and 2, the arcade games, in the meh level. The only thing keeping them from the Bimmy level, honestly, is the fact that they're so groundbreaking and so revolutionary for the beat 'em up genre. That's the only thing that's saving these games for me. And the music is really good too, honestly. And probably another hot take here, but yeah, we'll just do this. I think that's all of them. Oh, yep, Super Nintendo one. Battletoads, Double Dragon, the Ultimate Team, any version, the NES, the SNES, the Genesis, the Game Boy, whatever else I missed. I do not like this combination. This is at the time where Double Dragon is kind of losing its identity, and they're trying different things and it's not really working out. I mean, they should have just been Battletoads 2 games to get all the Lee brothers, the Double Dragon references and all that. Because really, these are stinkers of a game. I just do not like the combination. It just does not. It's kind of like the Poochie thing in Simpsons. They added that Poochie character to kind of liven things up, spice things up, and it just doesn't work. These are the Poochie games of the Double Dragon series. There's still some competent things in the game. It's really bright and colorful, over-the-top cheesy lines, especially with the smack talk between you and the boss characters is kind of funny. And I mean, there's some solid controls, but just the whole concept, I do not like it. No, it's got to go there. Another game that I was super hyped up for, oh man, Double Dragon 4, which is kind of funny because it takes place in between Double Dragon 2 and 3. How does that make sense? Duh. So dumb. Really, the only thing keeping, maybe, No, I'm pretty confident. That's pretty good there in the Meh level. I mean, the only thing keeping it from Bimmy level Double Dragon 4 is the fact that you get all these extra cool characters to play as. You can unlock a lot of stuff. That's really awesome. There's actually lots of good moves to pull off in this game, but it's just the jumps are way too floaty, and honestly, there's screen tearing. It feels like an unfinished game. Really, it's sad for me to say that because they're using the Double Dragon 2 engine modified, and which I love, but man, even that can't save it. You know, a lot of the levels they just feel empty and incomplete. There's like little patches of like fighting, and then you'll have like nothing. You'll just be walking around, maybe doing a little bit of platforming, and God, man, I really, really wanted to put this in at least the warrior tier, but no, yeah, that feels good. That feels real good. First and foremost, Double Dragon 2, or Double Dragon on the Master System. You're thinking Sega Master System? How can that be like a decent game? But it is. It's two-player for one thing, two-player simultaneous, and it feels good. It looks good. It's just a solid Double Dragon 1 experience on the Sega Master System. So I'm gonna put that there, along with, let's see here, Double Dragon on the Game Boy. Yeah, what can I say? It's just a solid port of Double Dragon 1 with some little tweaks, like the chin ties that can actually, if you like throw them, they'll kind of do like a rolling landing kind of thing. It's kind of neat. There's kind of some mix up in the stages. There's this different kind of like elevator section. It's really cool. Level 3 though is so long. Oh my god! And if you trip up once, it's like right back to the beginning of the stage. And it's a long one. Level 3 is a long one, but I'm pretty confident. Double Dragon on the Game Boy, really good stuff. Solid, definitely on the warrior side. And speaking of which, Double Dragon 2 on the Game Boy, I think is pretty solid. It's actually a Kunio-kun game, so like a River City Ransom type game. That was kind of reskinned into a Double Dragon game, which is actually really good. It's a solid game. I kind of like how I think this is the game where you can like jump and stomp on enemies, which I always like. That's really cool. Double Dragon 3 on the NES. Now, a lot of you guys don't really like this game. You probably put it at least the Meh tier, but it's really tough challenge. It's probably the hardest NES Double Dragon game. And I really like this game. I grew up playing it, and yeah, maybe it's nostalgia talking, but I really do like it. I like the moves. I like the cutscenes, and I love the music. I love the music in Double Dragon 3. It's so good, especially that ending theme right at the end. My God, it's so good. But yeah, it's a solid game, 2-player co-op. The only thing that sucks is that you only have one life. But yeah, so I think Double Dragon 3 is a really solid game, a lot of fun. Another game that doesn't get a lot of love these days, I don't think, is Double Dragon on the Genesis. Very good, competent port, kind of like the Game Boy version, but it's a lot faster. It's almost a little too fast on the Genesis, but it's probably one of the most arcade, kind of perfect-ish port on the Genesis, of all things, which is really cool because I love the Genesis. But yeah, 2-player simultaneous, and I mean, it's got all the moves. It's fast though. It's real fast, but I like it. So yeah, it's definitely in the warrior level. We're gonna put the OG Double Dragon 1 on the NES. Billy Lee goodness. I mean, it's a quirky little game with like the RPG mechanics where you beat the crap out of enemies, you gain experience points, and then you level up and gain new moves, which is really awesome. I actually really enjoy that. It's really fun. It's a short game, which is also works in my favor because I like shorter games, especially nowadays. And the music is absolutely iconic, and it's burned into my memory. Yes, there's no 2-player simultaneous play, which is the only thing keeping it from Supreme Master. So if it had the 2-player simultaneous, it would be right up there top tier. So as it is, Double Dragon on the NES, definitely the Abobo tier. Moving on is a game that I think a lot of players are kind of bashing nowadays, Super Double Dragon. Yes, the game it feels almost incomplete. It's just so close to being done. but they just didn't tweak enough things, like adding the cutscenes like they were going to, or a proper final level and final boss, as well as a final ending screen. I mean, and the slowdown. It is a slow game. When I say slowdown, I don't mean like slowdown like there's so much going on. It's just a slower paced game. It's a defensive game. You've got the capture system where you can capture and block enemy attacks and kind of throw them around and do other kind of cool martial art moves. The move set in this game is pretty incredible. It's for its time. It's pretty awesome. Not as deep as Streets of Rage 2 on the Genesis, but my god, it's competent and it's really good and it's a lot of fun. 1 or 2 players, lots of weapons. Stages are a little bit on the longer side, and with the slowdown, that kind of, man, it just keeps it from that Supreme Master level. But I absolutely love and adore Super Double Dragon. I was always crushed we never got a Super Double Dragon 2 on the SNES. That would have been just so killer. Maybe they would have fixed some of those issues from being, you know, such a rushed game. But yeah, so Super Double Dragon, Abobo level, definitely. I think I forgot Double Dragon 3 on the Genesis. Yeah, we'll just put it meh. Yeah, it's not great. Not great. Better than the Game Boy, but yeah, not great. I'm gonna pick Double Dragon Neon. Neon I didn't initially like at first because of his kind of corny and cartoony, like bro-tastic kind of humor, and they got Skullmageddon that talks like Skeletor! Ah! But I was always kind of bummed it wasn't the Shadow Master that was the end boss. I know it can't always be him. Skullmageddon was a different kind of switch up, so that was kind of okay. But I really love the move system. I like how you can gain experience points or money or whatever to gain new moves, to buy new moves, mixtapes and all that. I kind of really like that. It was, and I really like how colorful it was. It lives up to its name, Neon. It's a very colorful, stylistic game. I really enjoyed that, and the movesets, that's just a lot of fun to play, which is kind of key to a good Double Dragon game. Is it fun to actually just move around and play and bash the faces in of your enemies? And it is. This one is really solid, really competent. So I'll put out the Bobo level. Also, more modern Double Dragon Gaiden, which is kind of like I guess a roguelike. So every game isn't really different. You've got, again, really good controls, really solid, kind of piggybacking off the tales of the Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, that kind of cartoonish stylistic look, which is really cool, really fun, but kind of like little chibi, like, you know, little squishy, smaller type guys kind of brawling around. It's kind of fun. I kind of like how the levels, depending on which one you pick first, will be the shortest, and then by the end you'll get like this huge big ass level. So that's kind of really cool. I kind of like that. Yeah, so like I was saying, Double Dragon Gaiden is a really good, solid Double Dragon game. I really like how many characters you can play as. You can play as a lot of the baddies and a lot of the like the supreme bosses. Like they're no joke. Like Willie, you can run around and shoot people with his machine gun. That's kind of awesome. And I like all the different gangs you fight. There's Duke, of course. He's one of the head honchos, the big bad guy from Super Double Dragon. He makes a return here, which is really awesome. And yeah, no, I really like Double Dragon Gaiden. I really have no problems with it. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool game, and it's probably one of the best, along with Double Dragon Neon, the best modern Double Dragon games. And no, I have not played Double Dragon Revive yet. That just kind of released a little while ago, so that is not on this list because I have not played it yet. Okay, moving on to Supreme Master, the best of the best. Yeah, just putting it right there. Double Dragon 2, The Revenge on the NES. Great graphics, great music, excellent moveset, a lot of fun to play, really solid, and I love the hyper uppercut, the defensive moves, the hyper uppercut, the hyper knee, so broken, so much fun. And you have cutscenes, you've got a really good ending screen, and it's just two player fun, you know, just co-op, bashing things, bashing everything, lots of weapons. This is what every Double Dragon game should aspire to be. Double Dragon 2 The Revenge, I'll go on and say it's my favorite Double Dragon game of all time, and longtime viewers of my channel, you know that, but I'm just going to keep saying it till the day I die. Double Dragon 2 The Revenge on the NES is the best Double Dragon game, as well as Double Dragon Advance. Now, Double Dragon Advance takes parts from 1, 2, and maybe a little bit of 3 and kind of gels it all together with a mixture of a healthy Super Double Dragon in there, which is often overlooked, and I'm glad that they kept in kind of like the blocking sort of parry system. A lot of the enemies come back from Super Double Dragon into this game. A lot of the stages, like the truck level, which is really awesome. A fantastic music. You have really good cut scenes, kind of like this anime-inspired kind of cut scenes with a Billy Lee that kind of looks like Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star. Which, if you look at the NES Japanese box art, you know, the artist, oh my god, his name is escaping me right now, but he did the art for the box of Double Dragon 1, and it's just like, it's so fitting because Billy Lee should not be like a comical, jokey kind of, hey dude bro kind of character like in the River City Girl games, which is funny, but for me, he should be this deadpan serious, do not mess with me or I will like break you in half just by like looking at you. He should be like the Bruce Lee, no nonsense, Kenshiro, Fist of the North Star kind of guy. And you get that definitely with the cutscenes in Double Dragon Advance. A lot of great levels. It's just a combination of basically everything great about the first handful of Double Dragon games into one. And there is a 2-player mode if you've got 2 game packs and the Game Link cable for the OG Game Boy Advances. And it's just solid. It's so good. The moveset is, I want to say it's on par with Streets of Rage 2. It's that damn good. So I love the game. And there you go. There's my tier maker list. So Double Dragon 2, Double Dragon Advance are on the top. And why not? They're just awesome. So guys, I'm Will. This is the Max Impact Gaming channel. For those about to retro, we salute you. Take care.